I'm gonna keep making furniture in my kitchen here. It was adorable because Shop Dog was back there sitting by the back door, but we're gonna do something that was inspired by Jonathan Katz Moses. It's a great idea. Not sure how he came to pass it along, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a little pilot hole in each foot. Try to center it. And then there's their feet with stainless washers. I don't know why I'm talking, nobody's watching, but eventually I'll post this. So they're little rubber feet with washers, and the idea is you can kind of leave them loose and they'll be tall, and if you tighten them up, they will squish, and that will change the shape enough to where they will compress a little bit. And it's a way to manage. I'm grabbing some things. I'm going to grab a screw, a foot. I'm going to manual screwdriver. You don't want to use too much pressure. And then wax block. This is canning wax. So think about people, traveling in wagons. And when they got to where they were going, they would boil the fruits and stick them in jars. Although I'm not really an expert on history. But that's the type of wax that it is. It's just a big block. And we'll see if this wants to go. I might need I'm going to need a different bit. All right, I got to figure out where I put my collection of bits. All right, let's see. Milwaukee. This is unrehearsed. I don't know if you can tell. I'm a little bit unprepared, which you may have noticed. Shoot. All right, I'm not exactly sure what I did with my wallet of bits. Still looking. Okay, for anybody still watching, I apologize. I'm just going to run to the basement and get a screwdriver. Weird. All right, now business. I believe. Yep, we should be good. It's German, so you know it's good. I'm sure the people that want to watch this as a playback later are just going to be, what is he doing? So, all right. Hi to Brian and Sam. All right, man. Sorry, 21 people tuned in to see me go look for a screwdriver in the basement. Like all hardwoods, this is ash, and if you're driving these, you want to listen for the wood wanting to crack. I'm going to put a little bit more wax on it. I've been building a pair of tables while the rest of the family's out of town. Okay, close enough. And so adding the feet here is one of the last things. I need to put in some drawer stops. I'm actually going to run this in. I think this is a hair. I'm going to give the screws a little bit extra room. Let's see. We need some more wax. So yeah, like to just scrape some off onto the threads and then mash them with my fingers. And if you're not super familiar with driving screws in hardwoods, which it's a bit of an art form, you want to give it a quarter turn and see if it's still happy. And especially, I think these are stainless screws. And so they're brittle, and I think they will strip out. You'll wreck the head pretty quickly and pretty easily. Seems like every fastener needs just a little bit more attention. So, anyways, these tables, as I've mentioned in other broadcasts, my son wanted a set because he picked out the material for the top. That is ambrosia maple with the streakiness. A bug gets in there and leaves behind this greenish blue cloud in the wood. And pretty stuff. It's pretty stuff. That the tops for these particular boards turned out to be pretty soft. So I've been lamenting that, but I got a lot of finish on there, and we did a hand rubbed finish earlier. Okay, so that kind of popping sound, you don't want to force it. If it's telling you, if it's making any noise at all, it could split the leg, and then you'll have to glue it back together if it isn't too damaged, which would be, assuming, a bummer for anybody. It would be for me. A disappointing effort. Okay, so that is on there. Oh, the dog is on the table. You know, watch out, buddy. All right. We're still in frame. Let's see what people are asking. Yeah, the flipping idiot's alive. He's right here. He's underneath this hat I'm wearing. But I don't know. I am. Let's do another one. So, for anybody interested, I have the Flipping Idiot channel. Again, your host's name here is John. It's Shop Dog snoozing back there. I do have a tendency to do the long and tedious jobs muttering to myself with an audience, but this is a good opportunity for anybody that's got a question about woodworking um, that I might be able to answer. I actually worked for a woodworking store, so even though I've never had a workshop per se of my own where I'm doing furniture all the time, but I did get a lot of inside information from reps like the Freud saw blade people. That was very interesting, super educational. Um, Talked a lot to the Festool guys, and that's why I own so much Festool. So I bought it with life savings back when I had access to it. So it's not like I have a bunch of money. I don't. Um, and partly because I bought a bunch of Festool, but it has paid for itself almost all the way across every tool. Oops. I keep forgetting to take the drawers out before I move the tables. So here's the other one. Try not to drop it on my dog. There you go, bud. All right. The same thing. This is for people interested in making furniture. This is one of those things where sometimes it's just like doing laundry. Actually, one little tip is to take the point of a brad point instead of a split bit. Give yourself a target, a place to park the bit to start it. Evacuate the chips from the flute. The flute's not very big. And then we're right back to another set of screws. This is not the most exciting part of furniture making or woodworking. I do have some stuff to plug the channel. Same kid that wanted this furniture actually did a really good job of designing kind of a hallway table. It's like a hybrid hallway table bench thing. And so I will be building that in the near future, like in a couple hours probably. I don't know if I'll do it live, but it will definitely be on the channel because I need to make it happen. These are supposed to be adjustable for whoever buys this thing, so I need to make sure that they can move in and out. I don't know. Just the ash is just really hard. And usually, for people that aren't familiar with it, usually when you're going in and the fibers, you can see the lines of the grain. It's a common expression, but like wood is just a set of straws or tubes. And so the screw can generally kind of push its way in between the end grain, and it sets up pretty easily. Let's see, it's the snoozing dog in the shot. Yeah, thanks, yes. So usually I mean, I think it hasn't been my experience that it's so complicated. All right, I'm kind of freehanding him. That one's a little off center, but the nice thing about these feet, and you can find them on Amazon. Just look for butcher block feet, or I don't know if Katz Moses has an affiliate link, so you can check out his video about. I think he's making kind of a hallway table and that's what he recommended, was to pick up some of these. He has a link to a set of these on Amazon, so I don't know if he gets some financial return on spreading the word, but these are cutting board feet, so that you can have your cutting board kind of elevated in your kitchen. It helps with moisture and grippiness. That one was really, that is a really dense ash. I don't know what's happening, whether I just got an exceptionally dense batch that I made the legs out of, but I have not had the screws kind of have to fight their way in this much in the past. Okay. All right. You can tell by the sound when it's got that hollow kind of almost bamboo tone. It's a dense wood. So let's see if there's anybody I gotta say hi to. Alavaparu Prasad, thank you for the compliment. Here to demystify woodworking and get people excited about the beauty inside of a tree after the tree's life is over, collecting water and bearing leaves. There I tried marking it and being a little more accurate, and I think I actually missed a little bit inside. But like I said, the feet are pretty small and nondescript, so they disappear. They're not that expensive if somebody decides they just want to put just the wood right on a carpet or something. Although I think the feet will sink into a carpet. They can take them off. So it's not a huge additional expense for me. I think you get, I don't know, it's like I don't want to guess, it's like 50 or 100 or something for less than $20. So I wasn't planning on going live, but I was figured for people that really want to see either how quick or how slow it is to make furniture. This is more of a finishing touch, but you can decide for yourself in real time. If this is something that seems like an amazing way to invest your time or a ridiculous waste of it. Again, I'm getting that kind of popping sound, so I'm gonna just be patient. It doesn't take that long to get the wax in there, and once the threads are carved into the wood, they're there forever, and so the feet are set up. So if somebody needed an extra set of feet for some reason and I had them, then it would just be a simple matter of just unscrewing the old screw and putting in a fresh one. So let's see, there's a blemish. So somewhere, all right, that should work. Last one. And one last set here. And it's important not to get impatient, even if it is the last one. So, a bit about the table. It's reclaimed lumber from around my city. There's a business that cuts up trees, cooks them in a kiln to kill the bugs and to stabilize the wood, and then puts it on a giant saw, multiple cutters, and then they sell it to the public, or they make things out of it more and more. Close. So the base is the legs are ash. Most of the base, bottom of the dresser is ash. I used a some kind of soft. I don't know if it's a. It's got a blue beetle stain to it, but the sides are this really interesting smoky bluish gray color. Okay, so that's it. The feet are on. The holes are drilled in the drawer. The tops are nice and smooth finally. And just a matter of, let's see, down here, the drawers the drawers travel in and out here. And so I need to put some blocks in here. I need to just glue a couple so that the drawer stops at the right point. So I'm going to do that. Am I doing that now? As long as I'm live. Actually, I don't have the wood, so that will probably be just a regular film thing. So, all right. Well, I got 79 people watching. That's kind of wild. Now I got 143. So let's see. The plan. I don't know if everybody's just watching the dog. Maybe I just need to move the furniture and people can watch the dog take a nap. So the drawer is going to travel in and needs to sit right about there. And so behind it, there's a little bit of room for just a small wooden block. So I'm going to need to cut some little pieces. So I have tools for that for people that want to hang around and watch it. And then I got to make sure I've easy killer. I got to check and make sure the drawers are in the right table. Or I'm down to 99 people. So let's see what's going to happen. Give you a preview. This is a measuring gauge from Amazon. It's metric, which is probably great for people that love metric. What I'm going to do is I am going to measure how deep this is. I'm going to tighten up the knob and maybe give it just a hair extra so it sits back in the dresser or the nightstand. So that's about right. So for anybody curious, I'm going to set this in here and then I need to come up with a block. Let's see if I can bring you into the action a little bit more. So I'm going to put this in here, and I'm going to put a mark. That's a terrible mark. Wow, was that bad? So I use pencil instead of pen. You can also put blocks in the back of the furniture, but I'm just going to try to do something like that, and then something like that. So that's what I'm going to do on both dressers, or I keep saying that, nightstands. And then I'm going to find a little block of wood that I can glue into position. And once those are set, then this thing is good to go. I guess I could do that live. And for anybody that wants to watch my dog take a nap, we're going to do an intermission. While I go get a teeny tiny miter box and a saw, and I look for some clamps and glue. I can keep talking while I'm going shopping here. Just got to run to the basement and see what I have for thin, flat, clean stock. It only needs to be about 1/4 of an inch tall, or about a few millimeters. Again, for the folks that are working on millimeters. Checking my ceiling. I'm down in my basement. I'm checking my ceiling for what I have. I found a nice square rectangular piece of stock. Made some clamps. I have some cool teeny tiny clamps. Those are in my hand. I hope the dog hasn't walked away and it's just dead air. And then I think I have glue upstairs. So, all right, that was a trip to the hardware store. We're going to see first off if this block looks like it will fit. All right, buddy, holding down the fort. I just did a video on this saw. And need a place to cut these. Okay, so, all right, everything's happening on the kitchen floor, I guess. So, can you guys see that? Yeah, you can see it. You get the idea. This is something I got from Woodcraft. I didn't think I'd use it as much as I do, but if you're working on furniture, flipping furniture, making little itty bitty parts for repairs and stuff, this is the set. You get a miter box for straight across cuts, and I think that's 45. And you get a teeny tiny saw. So there's a video I just posted about the Zona is good for small cuts. I don't think people understand how small the saw is and how small the cuts are. But cuts on the push. Ugh, getting hung up on the fabric. That's fine. All right, I think we're pretty much there. All right. So what we're going to do is check and see if there's room in the pocket for this piece. And that's just it's exactly the same as the drawer, and I'm worried that it will drag if I do this. We're going to go back to the dog holding down the fort, and I'm going to go compare this profile to something that's maybe just a hair thinner. If I could, if I had my hand plane set up, if I could just, about 2/3 of this would be ideal. Probably a good time to mention that wood is obviously a natural product, and it's moving around even after its life has come to an end. It's absorbing moisture and releasing moisture. And so with woodworking, especially with furniture making, you have to understand what the wood wants to do and how you work with it, and be aware of how important it is to take this stuff into consideration. Let's see. All right, winner, dachshund dinner. All right, another trip to the basement hardware store, and I think I'm in business. Well, maybe I'm not. I found a piece, but it's a little weird. It might work. Sorry, tripped over the par card. So I found this guy. It's an irregular scrap, but there's enough of it that I think I can make a couple of pieces. I don't know, it looks goofy. All right, you go back to sleep. I'm gonna go double check the basement, but this is the idea of the profile, just a little bit thinner. There's a hand plane from Bridge Tools where it has little feet, and you can set it to carve very small pieces, an exact thickness for small work like this. And I have that plane, but it's overkill for what I need to do right now. I think if I can just find the right piece of scrap. And I think I found it. I just need to check and see how much extra it's going to give me. So that's going to give me quite a bit of overhang, but it's a good height. And so I'm going to trim this. I'm going to throw it into my bench, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit it with a plane, and I'm just going to shave this back some in a hurry. So if you're enjoying the dog show, keep on doing that, and I'll be right back. To build furniture, depending on the type of furniture, it takes a lot of tools sometimes, a ridiculous number of tools to do certain things. But I guess that kind of depends on what you're building too. So hand planes are one of those things where you can spend a ton of money getting them, but it depends on what you need to do and how you value tools. Stay. I got some clamps that are flopping around down here. All right, so I'm going to grab a Japanese hand plane. Wish I could show it to you, but I've shown it in other videos. It's 1 cut, 2 cut, 3. It's going pretty quick. All right. Let's turn it around, cut the other side. Oh, sounds like we lost Shop Dog. Okay, I better get up there before it gets too boring. Should have signed up an opening band or something. Create a little more energy. But all right, let's go. Let's go before everybody leaves us. All right, clearly we lost the dog. We lost part of the audience. But anyways, here we are. I believe this is going to be thin enough. We'll just cut a piece right now. I will use 2x4. So there's a hook on the Zona for people still watching. There's a little bit of a lip right here. So that will sit against something. And then it gives you some resistance. So the piece I'm cutting is hard maple, and it is very dense. All right, whoops. Okay. But where'd it go? There it is. All right, so let me move the table back. And let's see, so something like that. There's going to be a bit of an overhang, but I'm not going to tell anybody. So a little bit of glue. I set it in there. The drawer bottom, there's plenty of space there. So I think we're set. I'm going to cut 4 more. Well, here's what I'm going to show you. Let's see, where's my glue? I have 2 kinds of glue. That's why it's taking me so long. I have some, let's see, we're at Type On 3 in this container, and the Quick and Thick, which I like for a lot of this stuff. I think Type On 3 is going to be a more durable and long-lasting glue. It is supposed to be stronger than the wood connection itself. And so I'm going to put a little bit on both connections. And if you let it sit for a little bit, it actually increases the bond strength. Let's see, where did I had some close-up glasses and now I don't know where they went. Well, so that should be in the right place. And that should keep it there. So I'm going to do that a few more times, and then that should be the tables. So, did I even show that? Yeah, I'm going to go. All right. So it's supposed to be over there. So a little glue block. Let me do that again for the people that are wondering what's wrong with me. So let's cut another chunk off here. The nice thing about making furniture like this is that you can make it all out of wood, pretty much. There are some metal figure eight connectors that hold the top on because it's a glue up, and it allows the wood to expand and contract in the way I was mentioning earlier. And so they look like little snowmen. I'll hit you in the face with my sawyer, but there we go. So we'll combine our love of dogs. Really? And furniture making. All right. Back up to get everybody in the shot. Is that what you're doing? Okay. All right. Close enough. So that is my stop block for the drawer. This is my Type On 3. Getting over some flu, so that's, I apologize, that's why I'm sniffly. Gum up my nice German screwdriver. So not wearing my close-up glasses, so I'm hoping that that is in the right place. I'm going to throw one of my baby clamps on there. And for furniture making, you can never have too many clamps. So I'm hoping these are in the right place, hoping to make that right. Dog's taking another nap. I've got to, I have to do the other table here. So I'm going to thank everybody for watching. There I am. All right. So thanks for watching. I'm going to turn it around. I got to work on this guy now. It's going to be the same deal, just some glue blocks I'm going to cut. And then the dog's going to take a nap. And then we're going to have some lunch. So appreciate everybody tuning in. If you got any questions, find me at the Flipping Idiot on YouTube. And I will post a video of when the the knobs are installed. I've got some cool vintage knobs to go in these guys. I just need to track them down. So again, thanks everybody for watching.